So now it's time to start with the CSS part of the project. So for that, we need to use the style.css file, and also I'm going to increase the zoom of the project a little bit so that you can see the CSS code in more clear way. Alright, so the first thing that I need to select here is the universal selector, which is going to be like box sizing to border box. Then I need to specify here padding to 0, then margin to 0. Now these are the basic properties that will basically reset the default styling of the browser. And after that, I need to here select the body element. So body, then need to start its block of the code. So inside of the body, the first thing is I need to here specify the background, that is this one, which is going to be like linear gradient. And here I need to specify the to bottom, that is this one, bottom. And then I need to specify the color code, which is going to be like hash 4F008A. And after that, I need to specify the secondary color, which is going to be like hash symbol B1, okay, and 49BB. If I control save it, now you can see the gradient color is actually applied. But you can see there is a repeated pattern is actually applied. So for that, I need to here apply minimum height attribute. That is this one, which will basically fix this particular problem. And now we can see this single gradient color to the project. Alright, and after that, I need to apply the code for the H1 element, which is actually the heading, which is the piano. So here first, I need to apply the text alignment to center. So you can see now the heading is actually moved to the center, and now it's time to apply the margin top, which is going to be like 50 pixel. And then I need to also apply the padding top, which is going to be 50 pixel. And then I will be applying the color, which is going to be like Alice blue color. And then I need to apply the text transform property, which is going to be like uppercase. And then I will be applying the font family. So font family is going to be like sans serif one. Now you can see the font of the H1 element is changed along with the color and the text transform properties. After that, it's time to apply the code for the wrapper. That is our main thing in which the rest of the piano thing is actually placed. Alright, so it is a class selector. So here I need to use the wrapper. So wrapper, then I need to start its block of the code. I'm also going to check the spellings. So it is actually correct. So yeah, the spellings are correct. Then first thing is I need to specify the margin top, which is going to be like 100 pixel. And then I need to specify the display, which is going to be like flex. Then justify content, which is going to be center. And then I need to specify the align items, which is going to be center. Control save it. Now you can see the all division elements is now placed to the center of the browser screen. After that, it's time to apply the code for the piano class. That has all the piano keys code, that is with the combination of the span tag, division tag, and the audio tag. Coming back to style.css, so here the first thing is I'm going to specify the display to flex, which will basically align all the division in a single line. So you can see here. And after that, it's time to apply the code for the each individual key class. So if I come back to index.html, so this is actually the key class. So we are going to target this one. So dot, then key, and then to start its block of the code. Instead of that, the first thing is I will be here using the height. So here I will be using the calc function, and then I will be here using the var. And instead of that, I will be specifying the width, that is this one, the formula that I have get it with the use of the internet, and then I will be here specifying the 4. Alright, and then I need to calculate the width, that is this one. Again, I will be using the var function. Instead of that, I will be specifying the width. So after applying the width property, it's time to apply the transition property. Now these are the things I'm actually doing so that we can actually get the press effect whenever we click on the piano key. Now I'm not going to click on the piano key, because if I click it, then the entire recording is actually gets corrupted because of the software. So that is the reason. And also I am actually using the filters inside my microphone for the recording purpose. So that is the reason I'm not going to click it. In the beginning of the module, I have showed you how the press effect is actually working for this particular application. Now coming back to the style.css, inside the transition, here I need to use the background color. So background, and then I need to use the hyphen color. Then I need to specify the duration, which is going to be 0.2s, and then I need to specify the ease. So this is a transition. Whenever we press the key, then we want to perform the transition, then the position is going to be relative. And after that, it's time to apply the code for the white key. So inside of the white, because we have the class key and then we have the white key, so now we are actually targeting the white class. Here first I'm going to specify the width. So again I will be here using the CSS variables technique. So actually why it is giving the error, actually I have used here a semicolon, yes. So width, then colon, and here I will be using the width, and instead of using this one, I will be here using the 100 pixel. Okay, so if I do that, then you can see now the width is actually applied to the white keys, and then I need to use the background, which is going to be this one. And then again I need to use the linear gradient. At this point of time it is going to be like to bottom, and specify the comma, and then I need to specify the color, which is going to be white 6 times F, and then I need to also specify the color, which is F3, F3 and F3. Now you can see some of the keys gets the color. It's time to actually apply the border also to these white keys. So border is going to be like 1 pixel solid border, and then I need to define the color, which is going to be like 3 times 3, which is gives the black border solid. Alright, and then I need to get the rounded corners. So for that I will be using the border radius property. So 0 pixel from top left corner and 0 pixel from top right corner, and from the bottom I need a 10 pixel roundness from both left and right. Control save it. Now you can see we get the rounded corners to the piano key. If I zoom out a little bit, then you will see the everything more clearly. Then I need to change the color, which is the font color, because for the white keys I need to use the black color. Control save it. Then you can see our labels is now getting the color. Okay, and now it's time to apply a pseudo selector again with this particular white key. So white hyphen then the active. Now this will be the class used by the JavaScript. Alright, so we are going to use this particular class inside the JavaScript so that we can apply a press effect. So 3 times C. And now the similar code I need to apply for the black one also. So here now it's time to add the black class for the black keys. So these are the same properties is going to be used. Then I'm going to copy the same properties, or I can just simply type it, because if I made any typo it's going to be give us a lot of problem. So here I need to first use the width hyphen, then the width is going to be 60 pixel for the black keys, and then if I control save it, then you can see the width for the black keys is actually applied. And after that I will be applying background color. So again I need to use the background, then the linear gradient function, then it is going to be like to bottom. Then again I need to here specify the color code. So here at this point of time 6 times 0 gives us a dark black color, and then 3 times 3 gives us a little grayish color of the black. Alright, and after that I will be using here a margin left and right property, because we need to style the code in this particular way. So for that we need to calculate these values. So margin from left, then I will be using the calculation function, then where, and inside of the where I need to specify the width. So width. Now how I come up with these values, actually I research on the internet a lot, and then I'm actually cross and hit and trial by applying the code multiple times. Then I will actually use this particular line of the code. Now I'm going to quickly duplicate this particular line of the code, and here instead of using margin left I'll be using the margin right. So margin right, then it's going to use the same procedural code. Now if I control save it, you can see now the keys are actually look like in this particular way. Okay, and then I need to actually apply the z index property, which is going to be do. So it's actually at the top of the white keys, and after that I will be using the border radius so that we can get the rounded corners. So from the top left and top right I don't want any roundness. From the bottom I want 8 pixel, and also from the right side I want the 8 pixel rounded corners. You can see here I get the rounded corners. And after that we need to apply the color. So inside the black one we want a white color to our labels. So now you can see our application is now almost similar to the final version of the project. Okay, so you can see it's almost similar. The only thing is in the final version the labels are actually appearing at the bottom, where in our version the labels are actually appearing at the top left corner. Okay, so we need to fix that, which is done next step for this particular CSS code. So here I need to use the note hyphen label, then to start its block of the code. Alright, so instead of that font size I need to use it 12 pixel, and then I need to use the color. So color is going to be, I will be using the inherit one. Okay, and then I will be using the position, which is going to be like absolute, and after that I will be here using the bottom, because now we have used the position parameter, so we can use the bottom, which is going to 0. And from the left I need to also apply the property from left, which is going to be like 50%. If I control save it, now you can see these codes are now appearing at the bottom inside these particular keys. Then I need to also apply one more thing, which is going to be like transform. So transform, and then here I will be using the translate x function. Instead of that, I need to specify the minus 50%. If I do that, now it's actually looking perfect, exactly same as the final version of the application. And the last thing, again, I need to specify, which is going to be key.active, that will be used by the browser, and also I need to create the active version of the black one. So I'm going to copy this one, or I can just simply type it here. So dot black underscore means colon, and then I need to specify the active. This will be used inside the JavaScript. So it is like background color, and then I need to specify the hash symbol 3 times 3. And similarly, I need to also create a active class for the key. So it is like key.active, and then to start its block of the code. Instead of that, I need to specify the transform, translate x, not translate x, we need to use it translate y, because we want to create the press effect on the y axis in a vertical order. So I need to actually create a press effect of 4 pixel. If I control save it, nothing is going to happen because we have not set any listener to the code, because we are going to use this particular class whenever we click on the button. So that's it for the CSS part of the project. In the next part, we're going to start with the JavaScript part.